Hi, I'm Justin, game designer with Stellar Factory, and I want to teach you our game, Strawberry Sunset. In Strawberry Sunset, you're going to be developing your own garden. The winner is whoever has the most points in their garden at the end of game. For setup, it's fairly simple. All you need to do is set the deck up in a particular way. Separate the deck into its 3 stages of sunrise, noon, and sunset. And then shuffle each of these decks individually. Depending on number of players, you may need to remove some cards. Since we're setting up for a 4-player game, we don't need to worry about that. Once you have it all shuffled, then you just set up the deck with sunset being on the bottom, noon in the middle, and sunrise on top. Once you have that, deal each player 1 card and determine first player, which is simply whoever ate a strawberry most recently. On your turn, you're going to draw 2 cards from the top or 1 card from a compost pile. Because it's the first turn, we don't have any compost piles, so I'm going to draw 2 from the top. I am going to play 1, and I'm going to discard the other, starting a compost pile for that stage. And then it goes on to the next player. When placing a card, it's important to remember 3 things. It has to be placed on top of any previously played cards. It has to cover up at least a quarter of the card. It could cover up more, but at least a quarter. And it has to be played vertically. The art is going to help you out to figure out that vertical placement. So let's imagine the game's progressed. I could draw a card from one of these compost piles. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to draw these last 2 cards. I'm going to place that right there. And there's no more cards remaining in the main deck, which triggers the end of the game, which leads us into scoring points. We're going to use a player guide for reference. Every root, flower, and fruit connection that you have in your garden is going to get you 5 points. So right here, I've got my root, flower, fruit connection, 5 points. I have another one right here. So 10 points total. Yeah, 10 points total. Then each water feature is an additional 3 points. I have 2 of those, so 6 points. And then the longest stone path that you have in your garden. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to use this one. So 16 plus 7 is 23. And then gravel. Luckily, I only have 1 gravel plot in my garden. So that's -2 points, which gives me 21 points total. And that's how you score points. Hopefully you can do better than what I did. And that's Strawberry Sunset by Stellar Factory.